stable gets a queen's ransom. The My Charmer, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And West Coast blowouts. All this coming up on Horses and Courses.
One back, boy.
The Off-Track Betting Communications Network presents Horses and Courses, OTB's Thoroughbred News with your host, Jack Wolfenseeder. And now, with a look at this week's news in the thoroughbred industry, here's Jack.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. Hanukkah and Christmas greetings to all our viewers across the great Northeast here. Hope you're enjoying this festive season and hope you'll enjoy the racing action that we've got lined up for you on the program this week. Again, the 2 best races around the country were out at Hollywood Park, and as far as the competition goes, they were pretty much blowouts, but we're going to showcase 2 very nice juveniles a bit later on in the show. We'll also be taking a look at what's going on down in Florida with their races, and of course in New York over the weekend they had a couple of stake doubleheaders for us to take a look at, and some good finishes, and the Magic Man down in New York just keeps on rolling along. Also, we have an oddity. We have the same race 3 times from 2 different tracks this week, or the name of a race from 2 different tracks this week, and that indeed starts off the program. It is the My Charmer Handicap, the Calder edition of version of the My Charmer Handicap. It was a divided race, 1 mile and 1/8 on the grass, and as you would think, grass races this time of year in Florida are always usually split, and we've got fillies and mares, a gang of them in each division lined up. $50,000 added the purse on each division. We'll go down and take a look at Division 1 with me calling the first 30 seconds of the race, as we had a little audio problem. We'll run down the field as they break from the gate, and here we go. Favorite in the race was Irish Linnet, making its first start down in Calder since coming down from Aqueduct. Co-favorite was Indian Chris. Let's pick up Phil Saltzman as he takes them into the turn here in Division 1 of the My Charmer.
Dazzle right there on the outside, 3rd, a length to the hedge. That's Mia Bird 2. Then comes Explosive Kate. Kiwi Mint tucked on the inside, about 3.5 lengths off the lead. Then comes Irish Linnet, a length to the outside, Indian Chris. And now the trailer is Dora, Dora, Dora. They straighten out for the run up the backstretch. Renee Douglas and Silent Greatness leads by a length. Hero's Love is 2nd on the outside. Snazzle Dazzle is 3rd. Length and a half to Mia Bird 2 next. Then Explosive Kate on the outside. Indian Chris moves up at the hedge. That's Kiwi Mint. Then a length back to Irish Linnet and a length to Dora, Dora, Dora. They leave the half-mile pole and move to the turn. On the inside, it's still Silent Greatness by a half length. From between horses, Hero's Love, Snazzle Dazzle, Mia Bird 2 moves on the outside. Widest of all, that's Indian Chris moving up. Then comes Explosive Kate with Kiwi Mint. The field moves to the quarter pole. From between horses, Hero's Love gets the lead. Mia Bird 2, and on the outside, Indian Chris. Silent Greatness weakens at the hedge. They come toward the 8th pole. It's Mia Bird 2 with the lead now by a length. Hero's Love toward the inside is 2nd. Here comes Explosive Kate between horses. They come through the final 16th. Explosive Kate on the outside is going to blow on by, and she takes the...
Another win for Explosive Kate, and Dave Penna on board. This filly is good. A 5-year-old mare by Explodent out of the great nephew mare Katerina the Great. Explosive Kate home by a length in Division 1 of the My Charmer. Mia Bird 2 and Kiwi Mint 2nd and 3rd. Running time for Explosive Kate's Division 1, 46 The 10th race on the card Saturday, Calder, was the second division of this My Charmer. Again, mile and 8, 50 thou for the fillies and mares, and this time we give you all of Phil Saltzman's call of the race.
And they're off in the second division of the My Charmer handicap. It's an even start, and toward the outside, Foolish Line is sent up for the lead. Then comes Julie LaRousse. Toward the outside, it's Joyce Azaline tucked in at the hedge. That's Expensiveness. Then on the outside, Highland Crystal. Next comes Marsha's River. A length back to the outside for Ladies Only. Little Whitey is next. Then a length back, it's Forest Key. And 2 lengths to Plenty of Grace, who's moved over from the outside and now moves at the rail. They come past the stands and head for the clubhouse turn. And on the inside with the lead, it's Foolish Line by a length. Julie LaRousse right there second. It's 2 lengths back to Joyce Azaline third. Another 2 lengths to Highland Crystal fourth. Length and a half to the outside for Ladies Only. Then Expensiveness at the rail. It's another length and a half to Marsha's River. Then 2.5 lengths to Little Whitey. On the outside, Forest Key. And Plenty of Grace continues to trail. They move up the backstretch toward the half-mile pole. It's still Foolish Line in front by a length. Jerry Bailey right there with Julie LaRousse, won't let her get away. 2 lengths toward the inside, Joyce Azaline. Then on the outside, Highland Crystal. Next comes 4 Ladies Only, Expensiveness at the rail. On the outside, Marsha's River moves up. 4 lengths back, that's Little Whitey. Then on the outside, Forest Key, and Plenty of Grace at the hedge. There's a 1/4 mile to go in the My Charmer handicap. On the inside, Foolish Line, been there since the beginning, still leads by a length. Julie LaRousse on the outside is second. Length and a half back down the middle of the course. Here comes Marsha's River on the outside. That's Highland Crystal. They go past the 8th pole. Julie LaRousse gets the lead. Highland Crystal, and on the outside, Marsha's River. They come to deep stretch. Julie LaRousse, Marsha's River on the outside. Julie LaRousse takes the My Charmer.
All right, this looked to be the tougher of the divided races, and indeed it was. Julie LaRousse and Jerry Bailey getting 3/4 of a length victory over Marsha's River and Highland Crystal. And look at that time, a lot quicker than the first division. 1:45 and 3 for Julie LaRousse, wintering very nicely so far down in Florida. All right, we'll be back to the My Charmer in a little bit. Philadelphia Park has a race for us this week, the Flintlock handicap. We're going a flat mile, a mile 70 for 3-year-olds, $30,000 in added purse money to Ben Salem and Keith Jones' call of the Flintlock.
And they're off. On the inside, Ignatoon breaks well. From the outside comes Money Run. Judge Michael moves up along with My Mama's a Fox. They make their way into the first turn. Ignatoon is on the inside. Money Run the outside. They're head-to-head. Just in behind them, My Mama's a Fox and Judge Michael. Glimmering Crest is down inside, racing 5th. The favorite Beyond Therapy is racing 6th on the outside. He is followed closely by Peace Royale 7th. Wood Fox is 8th. The 2 trailers are Profit is Profit, and the stretch running Say See Bond. The opening quarter, a very quick 22-1. They're on to the back stretch just past the 5/8 pole. Ignatoon leads it by just a neck. On the outside, it's Money Run second. It's a length and a half back to both My Mama's a Fox and Judge Michael. Those two continue in close pursuit. It's about 4. Back to Beyond Therapy, and now he's beginning to find his best stride. Beyond Therapy, the favored, gains 5th. It's another 2 back to Glimmering Crest in 6th. Peace Royale has dropped back a bit, and then it's Profit is Profit, Say See Bond, and Wood Fox. The half was accomplished in 46 flat. And they are coming to the quarter pole. Ignatoon continues to cling to a short lead. He is trying to shake Money Run. My Mama's a Fox is in good striking position. Beyond Therapy is coming with his run on the outside. And here comes Say See Bond muscling his way through between horses. They're at the 8th pole, and Ignatoon now gets clear by 2. Say See Bond is surging between horses, and Say See Bond takes command and is quickly drawing away. Ignatoon second, Beyond Therapy third. Say See Bond convincingly going away.
All right, this is a pretty impressive score here for Say See Bond, because as you notice, the top of the stretch, he was in a muscle tussle there with Beyond Therapy, the other gray, and getting leaned on a little bit, but Richie Castillo kept him to his business, and he draws off in deep stretch to a 6 1/4 length victory. Ignatoon the early pace setter does hang on tenaciously for second, and Beyond Therapy, maybe a little leg weary from being body slammed and bounced around at the top of the lane, weakens a little bit, but saves the show. Stacey Bone going away in 1:43 and 2. All right, from Philly, we'll go to Laurel and take a look at their racing on Saturday and Sunday. The Cameo Stakes was Saturday's race. We're at 1 mile and a 16th in distance. 2-year-old fillies going postward here. $50,000 guaranteed purse money. Dave Rodman in Laurel has the race call.
And they're off. Carter Rainbow on the far outside, trying to shoot for the lead. Good speed from Daz Mimi, who settles back now, and on the inside, Lily of the North sneaks through. Carter Rainbow, Lily of the North hooking up. Step Ashore will settle in third, and Winka's fourth, and Cercita tracks in fifth to the rail, and Daz Mimi sixth. Cormorant's Fly is 3 wide, and Open Toe, followed by Clever Clever, and Raja is the trailer. Carter Rainbow sets the pace, but Cormorant's Flight quick to join the pace setter on the outside. Between horses, Winka's third, Open Toe, and then Lily of the North. In between rivals is Daz Mimi very close to the pace, and Step Ashore. Cercita has dropped back some off the pace, and then Clever Clever, and Raja is the trailer. Not a real fast pace here as they near the 4.5 furlong mark. On the lead, Carter Rainbow, Cormorant's Flight, Winka between horses, Lily of the North, Open Toes close there in fifth, and Daz Mimi is 6-5 lengths from the front. 2 more lengths to Step Ashore, and Clever Clever, Cercita second to last, and Raja. Carter Rainbow takes him around the turn, Winka presses on the outside, and Cormorant's Flight is still there, and then Daz Mimi, Lily of the North, Open Toe, Clever Clever between horses, Step Ashore with a ground-saving trip, Cercita and Raja. Here they come to the top of the stretch, and Carter Rainbow has some company. Winka's on the outside, Cormorant's Flight 2, turning for home. Winka a short lead. Inside is Carter Rainbow, then Cormorant's Flight and Daz Mimi. They're down to the final 1/8 of a mile. Winka pulls away. It's the gray horse, Winka, striding out in the final 16th. Daz Mimi overtakes second, Carter Rainbow, then Cormorant's Flight and Clever Clever. Winka with a big nada. Winka wins it.
All right. Oh, boy, he's been dipping in the eggnog, I guess. Winka and Edgar Prado, 5 1/4 length of victory in the Cameo Stakes. Good-looking filly there. DA's Daz Mimi finishing second. Carter Rainbow, I think they're going to the well a little too many times with this filly. She's every 2-year-old race they have down there. She's in there and picks up a part of it, but I believe she's a little weary. Time to put her away for a couple of months. 1:45 flat for Winka and Edgar Prado in Saturday's Cameo on a Laurel. Sunday, the Inner Harbor Stakes was run at 1 mile and a 16th. Another $50,000 guaranteed race. This time, it's the 2-year-old colt's turn to strut their stuff. Again, Dave Rodman with his race call. Listen to this one.
Good break for Dynamic Brush. Now Departing Cloud and Jorge of Mexico from the far outside. Ozan will settle fourth and Quicken is fifth early on. Snooky's Taylor is next. Wild About Harry. Wide into the first turn will be My Impression. And trailing the field is Prairie Bayou. As they move around that turn now, it's Departing Cloud short lead, attended by Jorge of Mexico second. Dynamic Brush is third. Snooky's Taylor is fourth. Ozan is fifth, 5 lengths from the front. My Impression and Quicken saves ground. Then a break to Prairie Bayou and Wild About Harry. Departing Cloud shows the way. Jorge Mexico, Badgers on the outside. Another length and a half. Dynamic Brush is third. Snooky's Taylor's in reserve in fourth. And a break of 2 more lengths to Ozan, who's about in mid-pack there. After a pretty moderate opening quarter, they move on to the 5-ace pole now. Departing Cloud, Jorge Mexico, and Snooky's Taylor pulling forward in third. Dynamic Brush down to the rail is fourth. And Ozan is within striking distance there, 5th. My Impression and Quicken has 7 lengths to make up in Prairie Bayou and Wild About Harry. They're on to the turn. Jorge of Mexico gets a head lead. Departing Cloud is next. Snooky's Taylor Dynamic Brush. Ozan and Prairie Bayou, the entry 1 and 1A, moving almost as a team, 3 lengths off the front. And it's Jorge of Mexico who takes the lead. But Ozan and Prairie Bayou, very tough. And Prairie Bayou gets up on the outside now to challenge Jorge of Mexico as they turn for home. Snooky's Taylor's in between horses. Ozan to the outside. Dynamic Brush down to the rail. And it's Prairie Bayou and Jorge of Mexico through the final 1/8 of a mile. Jorge of Mexico game gets ahead back in front. Prairie Bayou on the outside. Andale, Jorge of Mexico. Bayou's coming. Prairie Bayou's on the outside. Jorge of Mexico and Prairie Bayou in separate.
Oh, dear. Well, gang, how am I supposed to pronounce this horse's name, huh? Is it Jorge of Mexico, as Mr. Rodman likes to call him, or is we just going to go with George of Mexico? Nonetheless, he's a nose victor with Larry Reynolds on board in the Inner Harbor Stakes Sunday, besting out Prairie Bayou in a pretty good stretch duel there. Ozan was your 3rd youngster under the finish line. Mile and a 16th on head off going. Took him long enough. Look at that. 1:52 and 4. The running time. Not too swift at all. All right, let's go out to Hawthorne for the Yo Tambien Stakes. A mile 16th for fillies and mares. $40,000 in added purse money. This race run late this Saturday afternoon. Phil Georgieff counting the days to retirement with the call.
And they're off. And it's a good one in the Yo Tambien. Hard Freeze on the inside. Bold Dance sent for the lead, followed by Leading Ballerina. Bold Dance takes it in hand into the club turn. Bold Dance glides over to the rail with a 2-length lead. Hard Freeze second. Leading Ballerina right alongside now in second. Hard Freeze third by about 3 lengths. Ali Sarah into contention. 4th, a length and a half. Running C. 5th, My Kentucky Rose 6 by 3. Then Peach of It in Moment trails the field. 10 lengths covers top to bottom. Out of the turn, they curve into the backstretch. Bold Dance bouncing along with a length and a quarter lead. Leading Ballerina under reps. Stalking her second by about 4. Hard Freeze in third. Then a gap of 3. Ali Sarah in 5th. 4th, that is Running C. 2 lengths back in 5th. My Kentucky Rose. Yet to be heard from Peach of It is 7th. She's about 12 lengths off the lead. Then a gap of 5 and far back, way back. Moment trails the field. Bold Dance with a half mile to go. Circles the far turn with that 1-length lead. Leading Ballerina continues on the attack, second by 4. Hard Freeze inching now a closer third. Ellie Sarah to the outside in 4th. Peach of It tries to make a race of it as they turn for home. Leading Ballerina. She powers into command. Then Bold Dance fighting back. Here they come, spinning out of the turn. Leading Ballerina has it by 2. Bold Dance right there racing in second. My Kentucky Rose trying to come on in third, followed by Peach of It trying to join the fray. But right now it's Leading Ballerina. Leading Ballerina draws clear. Then racing second, Ellie Sarah, followed on the inside by Hard Freeze, Running C, and My Kentucky Rose. Leading Ballerina in a gallop. Leading Ballerina strides out 6 on the wire. Close for second. Between
Well, we finally found an area of the country that has weather as bad as we have here, gang. Windy, raw, snowy, rainy, dark. A Leading Ballerina leads them all the way around and runs off by 6. Alberto Rivera Jr. on board. Ali Sarah second, and the appropriately named Hard Freeze checking in for the show money in the Yo Tambien on Saturday afternoon at the wonderful Hawthorne in Chicago. 1:44 running time for Leading Ballerina's race in Chicago. All right, let's take our first break and only break for the program this week right here. When we come out the break, we'll have the My Charmer Stakes again for you. Also, I'll be out to California. 2 good juvenile races. You want to see both of these. And, of course, our doubleheader stakes action from Saturday and Sunday at Aqueduct. Don't go away. Much more to come. Be right back after this.
The National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame, Union Avenue, Saratoga Springs.
When they're off, are you in the money? You are when you read the Daily Racing Form, the authority since 1894. Only the form gives you the most accurate and complete past performances, speed figures from Andy Beyer, the latest workouts, jockey trainer records, dirt, grass, and off-track career boxes, and the insight and opinions of some of racing's best riders and handicappers. So don't get left at the gate. Pick up the Daily Racing Form, the paper to read when you're playing to win.
All right, Turfway Park in Florence, Kentucky had the My Charmer Stakes for us on Saturday afternoon. Again, of course, fillies and mares, the distance, 1 mile and a 16th, and the purse $60,000 in guaranteed monies. Mike Battaglia in Turfway gives us the race call.
And they're off. For the lead, Oh Wicked on the inside, the outside, Train Robbery, Love Me Not between horses. From the rail, Stars a Whirl. Then on the outside, Kryptonic. Into the first turn, and Oh Wicked has ahead in front, Train Robbery on the outside. They're together. Love Me Not third. Stars a Whirl runs fourth. Kryptonic on the outside fifth. Two back, Persimmon Hill sixth. Flirty McGurty takes seventh. It's a length to Royal Vegas in eighth. Then a gap of 4 to Ali's Adita. Followed on the outside by Magnolia Ravenel. On the run down the back stretch, Train Robbery is in front. Now by a length, Love Me Not up on the outside second. On the rail, Oh Wicked runs third by a length. Between horses, Stars a Whirl fourth ahead. Kryptonic on the outside is fifth. Up from the inside, Persimmon Hill sixth. They're into the turn. Train Robbery is in front. On the outside, Love Me Not second by 2.5. Then on the inside, Stars a Whirl runs third. Persimmon Hill fourth. Moving into the stretch, Train Robbery still has ahead in front. Now Love Me Not on the outside gets a short lead. Train Robbery still right there second, then Stars a Whirl. In the final furlong, it's Love Me Not who draws off, then Train Robbery. Under the wire, Love Me Not wins a length.
Okay, Love Me Not. Willie Martinez on board Love Me Not for this 2-length score Saturday at Turfway, beating up on the Lucas-trained Train Robbery. Stars a Whirl finishing in your show position. Running time for Love Me Not, 1:45 and 2. All right, now to Hollywood Park for their 2 races Saturday and Sunday, both 2-year-old, very important stakes, the Starlet and the Futurity. The Starlet for the 2-year-old fillies at 1 mile and a 16th, $250,000, the guaranteed purse on this one. Good select field here. Let's listen to Gary Henson's call of the race.
Now for the Hollywood Starlet, they're all on the gate. There they go. Blue Moonlight takes the early lead. Zunaqua is second. Madame L'Angeleure from the outside in third. Creaking Board saves ground right there close in fourth. Then Between Horses races fit to lead. Then Passing Vice from down on the inside. And Lily LaBelle down along the rail. Nidji Vision. Turk Stand is the trailer. Now turning for the backstretch, and Blue Moonlight leads it by a neck. There goes Creaking Board. She rolls up on the inside. Madame L'Angeleure from the outside is in third. Then Fit to lead, fourth. Zunaqua is fifth. Turk Stand is sixth. Then closing up, only 4.5 off the lead. Then Passing Vice and Lily LaBelle and Nidji Vision. Now the field is going to the half-mile pole, and Creaking Board leads it by a length. Blue Moonlight in second and nose. Madame L'Angelure rolls up on the outside, then Fit to lead from down along the rail, a very close fourth, a gap of 2. Then Zuna Qua, Turk Stand, Passing Vice, Lily LaBelle, and Ninja Vision the trailer. Leisurely half, 48 and 1. And now they have 2 furlongs to go, and it's Creaking Board holding the lead. But right there on the outside is Madame L'Angelure. There's a gap of 4. Then Blue Moonlight and Fit to lead. They've an 1/8 of a mile to home, and Creaking Board, oh, she digs in and draws away. This filly is strong. She's out there by 5. Madame L'Angelure and second, and Passing Vice. It is Creaking Board.
All right, Creaking Board just crushing this field, and a good field at that, too, by 8 going away lengths. Corey Nakatani on board, and he loves this gal. Remember, she was behind up the track down at Gulfstream in the juvenile fillies, way behind Eliza and the other fillies there on Breeders' Cup Day. And that was coming right over from Europe. She's now been trained by Bobby Frankel, and he won the Miesque with her on that mile grasser a couple of weeks ago out there, and now he just wheels her right back on the dirt here. She has really come to herself. Creaking Board. Passing Vice, Madame L'Angelure were second and third, but obviously, as you saw, no match at all for this very nice, blossoming 2-year-old filly. Maybe she'll meet up in her 3-year-old year with Eliza. 1:43 and 3. The running time. We got some nice 2-year-old fillies coming 3. Sky Beauty back in training down in Florida for Alan Jerkins. Don't forget her. Looks like a very productive 3-year-old filly season coming up. Okay, that was Saturday. Sunday, the Hollywood Futurity. Purse cut from $1 million to $500,000 now. Still grade 1. These youngsters going a mile and a 16, same as the gals did. And over the years, this race has highlighted some very special racehorses. Snow Chief won this race. Grand Canyon, the ill-fated Grand Canyon, won this race. Best Pal won this race in his juvenile year. And, of course, last year, you recall, AP Indy was the winner of this race. So this race certainly underscores some future stars. And, boy, we got one in here that I liked in the Breeders' Cup. He's got a problem we're going to talk about, and we'll listen to a few people, too, after the race. But let's show you this past Sunday's running of the Hollywood Futurity. Here's Gary's call.
The flag is up, and there they go. River Special takes the early lead. Boating Pleasure is second. Between those two is Gel to Pan. Then it's Stuka. Codified from the outside, Fan 4 wide. Earl of Barking is the trailer. Now they're turning for the backstretch, and River Special has the lead by 3/4 of a length. Moving up on the outside, Codified now has second by 3/4 of a length. Along the rail is Boating Pleasure in third and neck. There's Stuka in fourth, 3 lengths off the lead. A gap of 2. Then Earl of Barking, and Gel to Pan now is the trailer. Now for the Hollywood Futurity, they're midway down the backstretch, and River Special is still well in hand and leads by 2. Now Stuka has moved into second, has second by a head. Boating Pleasure is third, 2.5 lengths. Codified is fourth on the outside, now 5 lengths off the lead. Then Earl of Barking and Gel to Pan, a good half, 46 seconds flat. And now the 3 furlongs to go in the Futurity. River Special continues to lead. Has it a length and a half. Stuka is right there. Then from the outside, Earl of Barking. Then Codified, Boating Pleasure, and Gel to Pan. And now, out of the turn and into the stretch, and he's River Special. This colt is out there on his own by 5 lengths. Stuka is clearly second by 4. Earl of Barking is in third. But River Special, the colt has it his own way. The Chestnut's out there by 6. It's River Special and Stuka to take the Hollywood Futurity. River Special.
Oh, maybe. I'll tell you, gang, by 5, by a definitive 5 lengths with Lafitte subbing for the banged-up Kent DeSormo. Just clobbering Stuka and Earl of Barking, and both of those horses are coming off of wins in their last 2 efforts out. And Stuka, very well thought of, owned by the Paulsons, and went off actually as just a tad bit the favorite in the race. But River Special crushes everybody in there. Goes on to win in 143 and 1. Remember, tried hard in the Breeders' Cup there, but that breathing problem that he had got to him, and they've been working on that ever since. And boy, I'll tell you, if they have this under control, this horse is well meant. Riverman out of Nijinsky Street, a Nijinsky mare. Our correspondent at Hollywood Park, Mike Wellman, talked to Lafitte after the race, and Lafitte had some interesting things to say. Let's take a listen about his ride on River Special.
Barking. That's right. Everything worked out perfect the way I planned it. He broke really good, and I was thinking that if he broke good, I was just going to go on with him. He's a kind of a call that is, he plays around. He's in front, and he just looking around. He's like he's not paying attention to business. And then coming down the stretch, I wait until I really straightened around in the stretch, and then I really asked him, and I didn't really want to abuse him because I thought he was way in front, but I kept showing him the whip because it seems like he just play around with his ears. So well, he went pretty easy. When I look back, he was about 4 or 5 lengths in front, so it's just a super race for him.
Lafitte, when you drifted out going to the far turn, was that your choice, or was he just kind of doing that on his own?
Well, I wanted to confuse the guys behind, you know. Sometimes you do things like that, and they don't know. That way, it make him think twice of what they're going to do.
Little jockeymanship there by Lafitte aboard River Special, a very handsome son. And I was concerned about this breeding problem, but boy, if they have that under control, we'll hear trainer Bob Hess talk about it in a moment, this could be my horse for the first Saturday in May. Mike Wellman continues his interview in the winner's circle. Here's trainer Bob Hess and his comments on the race.
It's the moment of my life so far, and I'm just happy to be able to train such a nice colt in River Special. Tell us about how he trained up to this race. We asked you this morning about the wind problem. You said it was behind him, and it sure looks like it is. I think it's behind him. It's not something that we'll ignore. We'll keep an eye on it, work with him, but he'll grow out of the problem, and he was much better today. As far as the horse, he won easily. He's a nice horse, and I love being around him.
I'd like being around him, too, I'll tell you. Remember, this horse broke his maiden in a stake out there. They thought that much of him. River Special, gang, and for you early dosage freaks, he qualifies all over the place now, and I'm sure he'll be within 10 pounds of the experimental high weight when that is posted. Naturally, that's going to be Gilded Time, who will be our juvenile champion. So mark him down early in late December, gang. River Special for next year's first Saturday in May. Keeps us going, doesn't it? All right, to the Big A for their stakes doubleheader, Saturday and Sunday. First up, the Gravesend, 7th race on the card at Aqueduct. Older horses sprinting 6 furlongs, $75,000 in added purse money. To the Big A and Tom's call of the Gravesend.
And they're off. Artie Wild World comes out running. Boom Tonner's there along with Big Jewel and Hidden Tomahawk. 4-way scramble for the lead now. Hidden Tomahawk backs off and leaves it to Artie Wild World. Boom Tonner between horses and Big Jewel at the inside. The 3 of them going at it. 3 lengths back. Hidden Tomahawk running in 4th. On the outside, Miner's Dream moves into 5th. Burn Fair 6th. Fast Turn. And the trailer is Smart Alec, who's about 11 lengths from the lead. Artie Wild World now battling with Boom Tonner as Big Jewel couldn't keep up. Hidden Tomahawk, the opening quarter, a sparkling 21-4 around the far turn. Artie Wild World and Boom Towner going at it. Hidden Tomahawk coming with his run. He's third. Miner's Dream is kicking in fourth. And Big Jewel is back to fifth. Then it's Fast Turn at the top of the stretch. The half in 44-1. And it's Boom Towner in front. But here comes Hidden Tomahawk who runs at him. Artie Wild World. Miner's Dream is there on the outside. Fast Turn looking for a seam to run through on the inside. Late run coming from Smart Alec. It's Hidden Tomahawk in front. Miner's Dream. Smart Alec flying in the last yards. It'll be a three-way photo finish.
Oh, baby, we're going to hang up the photo here momentarily as Hidden Tomahawk, Smart Alec, and Miner's Dream all hit the wire together in a terrific finish. Take a look at that picture there. 69-40 for Georgie Chavez and Hidden Tomahawk as they are the beneficiaries of that smoking speed duel set up by Boom Towner and R.D. Wild World as those two just choked each other into defeat, setting it up for this closer's finish there in 1:08.3 for Hidden Tomahawk in the Gravesend. All right, the co-featured 8th race was that makeup of the snowed-out Queens County Handicap, mile 16th, $75 added purse money, again for our older horses. And here is, once again, Tom's call.
And they're off. Jackson Port and A Call to Rise both break well toward the inside. And Flying Continental will come up close to the pace early as they move by us for the first time. It's A Call to Rise down inside. Jackson Port's right with them. And Flying Continental is running eagerly on the outside. Those three across the track now with a mile to run. They've opened up 7 lengths on the other 3. Shots are ringing. Montubio and Lost Mountain all held in reserve as the field moves into the first turn. Jackson Port is the leader. It's a short lead with Flying Continental prompting the pace. A Call to Rise has been taken back into 3rd position. The opening quarter went in 24 seconds flat. There's a break of 8 or 9 lengths back to Montubio, and shots are ringing. Lost Mountain is in hand at the back of the pack. He's about 10 or 11 lengths from the lead. The half mile went in 48 1/5 seconds, and now it's Flying Continental who is edged to a clear lead now. Jackson Port is running second, and A Call to Rise is back in third. 5 lengths, and Montubio now is being coaxed along in fourth. Shots are ringing. Lost Mountain is 9 lengths from the lead with a half mile to run. Flying Continental of the leader got 3/4 in 12 2. Jackson Port is on the attack as they round the far turn. Montubio's kicking in now, running in third. A Call to Rise is fourth. 3 lengths back to shots are ringing. Lost Mountain now gathering momentum. He's 5.5 lengths from the lead. It's Flying Continental digging down. Jackson Port is right at his throat. And shots are ringing is now third. They're coming down toward the final furlong. Flying Continental short lead, and here comes shots are ringing, who's bursting on through, and on the outside A Call to Rise. Shots are ringing and A Call to Rise, and the Ferriola entry is 1-2 as they streak under the line, and it will be shots are ringing. A Call to Rise.
Didn't matter much which one hit the board first, gang, because there they are. Julie Stable and the Pistol, Pete Ferriola, getting all the money, the Queen's ransom share in the Queens County on Saturday. Shots are ringing, and Johnny Velazquez win the head, get the head victory over stablemate Call to Rise. Jackson Port noses out Flying Continental for third money. Running time for Shots are Ringing and A Call to Rise as they hit the wire almost in unison. 1:54 and 4. All right, on Sunday afternoon, another stakes doubleheader for you. First up, we've got the Ivory Castle Stakes, the 7th race on the program. Older horses sprinting 6 furlongs, $50,000 in added monies. Let's take a look as Tom calls the race.
And they're off. The manager breaks quickly, as does Squirm. Bless Our Home moves up Celestiello and Lights of Marfa. Those 5 tightly bunched move down the backstretch. At the rail, Bless Our Home to the front ahead. Fighting with her is Celestiello. Farther out, Squirm. Behind those three, looking for room is Lights of Marfa. Now the manager has dropped back to be last. Continuing their run down the backstretch. Three-way battle for the lead with Bless Our Home right there. Celestiello outside of them is Squirm. She's followed along Lights of Marfa. 5 more to the manager. Through the opening quarter of 23 flat, they go into the far turn. Bless Our Home is game on the rail. She leads it by a length now. Then it's Celestiello second, Squirm third. Lights of Marfa fourth, looking for room on the inside. 5 to the manager, who's still fifth and last. They come into the home stretch. Bless Our Home reels off the half mile now in 46 flat into the stretch with Bless Our Home leading it by a length and a half. Squirm is attacking in second. 3 to Lights of Marfa. Celestiello is faded and the manager with a furlong to go. Bless Our Home is all out to hold off Squirm. Chavez on Squirm on the outside. Short lead. Bless Our Home now back in second. It's Squirm in front.
All right, another good finish here. Squirm and Georgie Chavez scoring here in the Ivory Castle with that short head, long nose victory over Bless Our Home. The manager finishing in the third spot. Running time for Squirm, 1:10 and 4. And finally, the 8th race was the stake-bred Bertram F. Bongard Stakes for our 2-year-old New York breds. $100,000 added race here. And Rush Chairman Bill, the big favorite off of all of those wins and locking up his championship and trying to go on from here. But the problem, as we'll talk about after we take a look at the race with Frank's call.
And they're off. Over the brink, going for the lead. The favorite, Rush Chairman Bill, moving up under Randy Romero and goes right up and takes over the lead. Now it's Rush Chairman Bill, past the stands with the lead. Telesmarch to second, Interlude third. Over the brink, back and forth. Classy Envoy fifth, looking for room. Down on the inside, it's Farm on the freeway next in sixth. Turk's Hero is racing seventh at this point. Prima Macho racing eighth. And Syrian Prince is ninth and last. They head on to the backstretch. Opening quarter, 23 and 1. And it's Rush Chairman Bill leading it by a length. Over the brink, chasing in second. In third is Telesmarts. Down on the inside, saving ground is Farm on the freeway and picking it up a bit now. 3 more lengths back to Classy Envoy, who's followed on the inside by Turk's Hero. After that, it's Primo Macho racing seventh. A gap of 2 to Interlude racing in the 8th position as Syrian Prince is still last. They continue their run to the half-mile pole, and it's Rush Chairman Bill. Half mile and 47 and 1 around the turn, and Rush Chairman Bill maintains the lead, going confidently along with it by a length. On the outside is Over the Brink, Farm and the freeway, and Telesmarts are together. Behind them and moving up on the outside now is Classy Envoy. 3 more lengths to Primo Macho, Syrian Prince. Turk's Hero far back is Interlude. Into the home stretch they come with a quarter of a mile remaining. Rush Chairman Bill has the lead, 3/4 and 12 and 3 into the home stretch. Rush Chairman Bill still there by a length. Attacking on the outside now is Over the Brink. Farm on the freeway gains on the inside. Angling to the outside for the stretch drive. It's Classy Envoy now. Over the Brink takes the lead. Rush Chairman Bill back in second. Classy Envoy gains it to third. Classy Envoy takes second. Continues to move up and Over the Brink. Rush Chairman Bill is back in third. Over the Brink in front.
All right, here's Over the Brink with the big upset of in the Bongard, upsetting the odds-on Rush Chairman Bill. Over the Brink scoring by that length victory with Aaron Grider on board. Classy Envoy getting up for second, and Rush Chairman Bill hanging on very courageously for third. I say that because we didn't know it then, and all the boo birds and red borders were out saying, I told you so, never do a better horse to do something he's never done before around 2 turns. Well, what we didn't know was during the running of the race, the colt suffered a medial fracture of one of the bones in his left knee, and obviously this is going to require surgery and a very long rest of about maybe 6 to 7 months before this very talented 2-year-old gets back to the races. So Rush Chairman Bill with a very valid excuse here for his 3rd place finish. Over the Brink gets the money in 1:45 and 2 with Aaron Grider in the irons. But when you think the horse running with a very painful knee, gutsy performance. Hope to see him back. It'll be a while but when he comes back, we'll remember him. Okay, indeed, that takes care of all of our replay action from this past weekend. Now let's get into our notes department and take a look at what's coming up during the week between Christmas and New Year's. We'll show you on the program next week the Dahlia. That's the New Year's Eve closing feature at Hollywood Park. Santa Anita opens day after Christmas with the Malibu Stakes. We're going to see the Wicked North finish second in the recently run Las Barrera, a very quick horse, going against another comebacker, Bertrando. Remember him? Only beaten by Arazi and AP Indy. He's now trained by Bobby Frankel. He'll be in the lineup for the 7 furlong Malibu. That's the day after Christmas, Saturday. On Sunday, the 3-year-old fillies go postward in the La Brea. And then we've got the Pasadena Stakes next week for you for our 2-year-old fillies, all out on the West Coast. Down in Florida, we will hope to get the Christmas Day handicap. The only track in the country that races track in Miami at Calder, and they will have the Christmas Day handicap. That's a 1 1/8 grass race for 50 thou. The Water Pleasure Stakes this weekend. That's a good prep race for the Tropical Park Derby coming up the first part in January as these youngsters turn 3 on the 1st, as you know. Also, the Sunny Isle handicap will be run. We'll also take a look at the racing from our usual spots of Philly and Hawthorne as they wind it down. Bay Meadows will be back with us next weekend, Laurel as well. So racing does march on. All right. Now, of course, it's the time of year when we all get very sentimental and supposed to put our anger and the trials and tribulations of the year behind us. And we hope we can do that at least in this season of Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year's. And we're all better off for it. So in the spirit of the season, we'll close the program this week with a little Christmas poem set to the music of Mannheim Steamrollers' Silent Night. I hope you all enjoy it and hope to see you back next week in a very merry, happy holiday season. So long, everyone. Behind the frosted window panes, a tree is trimmed with popcorn chains and glowing with the cheery light of homemade candles burning bright. Beneath it lies a china doll, complete with tiny parasol, a long stem pipe, a wooden clown, a patchwork quilt of eider down. Upon a mantel hangs a wreath of evergreen, and just beneath the hearth is blazing, chestnuts roasting, big and little slippers toasting. The kitchen smells of Christmas ham and fresh baked cookies filled with jam, of raisin fruitcake, mincemeat pies, and loaves of bread set out to rise. A Christmas scene from long ago, yet like the Christmases we know.